everyone, it's Jose. After our last video about performance management, we had many of you send in emails because you're looking for more information about progressive discipline. Of course, this is exactly the time when the wind is going to pick up and the waves are going to come. Okay, so progressive discipline. Generally, it's a three-step process. Our first step is determining what the issue is. This is sort of like peeling back the onion. That's what we talk about when we're going to determine, is it a skill or will issue that the employee has? Skill being a performance-based issue, will being a behavior-based issue. Once you've determined that, then you can move on to the next step, which is determining the severity of the issue. Now, one of the questions we received is, can you ever go back and go straight to a final write-up? And the answer is yes. However, if you, the employer, are going to write an employee up and go straight to a final, which is a third write-up, you have to be 110% sure that that employee did something that is very serious. So something like breaking the law, but it's not bad enough to call the police, or something against safety, security, perhaps workplace violence, harassment. You have to be confident that if the employee complained about you and a lawyer came knocking or the ministry came knocking, that you are 110% sure you've done the right thing. So once you've gone and determined the severity, another question we received is, do you have to write someone up? And the answer is no. We can also just coach and mentor people. We usually call that in HR a verbal warning. Now, how would you document a verbal warning? You don't have the employee sign it because that is a formal process. You could jot all the notes down on a piece of paper and sign in and date it yourself. However, one of the best ways to document a verbal discussion or warning is actually by sending yourself an email. If you send yourself an email, it's got a date, time, and stamp on it, and then you can add that to the employee file. So let's just review. Our first step is peeling back that onion and determining the will or skill. The second step is determining the severity. And once you've done that, you can go to the third step, which is determining what paperwork you need, which is either performance-based or behavior-based. Now, whether it's performance or behavior, the same process is the same. So if you are writing someone up, you give someone 30 to 45 days to improve on the issues that you've provided. And within that 30 to 45 days, you should meet your employee at least once. And what you're doing there is you're tracking the progress or the lack thereof. Now, of course, there's also a document for that. Now, if an employee is misbehaving or not performing for the same issue as the first write-up, then you could move to a second write-up. The second write-up is the same process again. You're giving the employee 30 to 45 days, and you're going to meet them at least once and track the progress or the lack thereof. And then eventually, if the same thing happens, that's when you move to the third and final write-up. Now, if you're part of a collective bargaining agreement, please make sure you go back and see your CBA because your processes may be slightly different. Otherwise, most organizations do follow the three-step process. This is also why progressive discipline takes 3 to 6 months, because you have to give time for the employee to improve, which also means bring them back on track. Our job as leaders is not necessarily just to get rid of people. Our job is to coach and mentor and to bring them back on track so that we can set them up for success. If you are looking for more details, please feel free to pick up Navigating HR on Amazon or email us again at info@thehricu.com. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.